So here we have 50x squared equals 72. We're going to solve this also by factoring. So I'm going to follow the directions of step 1, which says set your equation equal to 0. And now I'm going to look for a greatest common factor. I'm going to take out a 2, and I believe that that's probably going to be a greatest common factor. Indeed it is. 25 and 36 don't have any common factors. But now I can factor 25x squared minus 36. That's the difference of two squares. When you can factor, it's amazing how much less confusing the rest of the math is. So I cannot impress upon you enough how important it is for you to be able to factor. And we did that in 1.1. If you're still struggling with that a little bit, you might want to go back to that previous lesson, work on it a little bit more, because it's going to make your life much easier moving forward. So we've got 5x plus 6 and 5x minus 6. That's our difference between two squares, or difference of two squares. And then we've got, let's use orange. We've got a variable factor of 5x plus 6. And then we have a variable factor, let's use that pretty teal type of color, 5x minus 6. I'm going to set each one of those variable factors equal to 0 and solve. So I get x equals 6/5 and x equals negative 6/5. Those are our two answers. So I'm going to box them. And once again, I thought that I hit that beautiful, perfect rectangular tool. There we go. So there's our two answers. Now the next one looks just a little bit different. If you want to try it, you can. We're going to do the same steps. We're going to set our equation equal to 0. But before we can do that here, just as a hint, we're going to have to distribute first. So I'm going to distribute this x, and I'm going to subtract 3 from both sides. So when I distribute the x, I get 2x squared minus x equals 3. I'm going to subtract the 3, so I get minus 3 equals 0. So x squared, 2x squared minus x equals 3, and then subtract 3 from both sides. We'll factor. 2x times x gets me back to 2x squared, and then I need a negative x, so I'm going to have negative 3 and positive 1. Negative 3 times positive 1 multiplies to be negative 3. I get x equals 3/2 and x equals negative 1. And I think that you get the idea with the variable factors, setting them equal to 0, so that's why on this one I stopped using color.